Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Mediocre Mama. I hope you are doing well. My name is Ruth and I'm a mum of two children, Jack who is 5 and Lily who is 1. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you some pros and cons of having a family dog. So if you are currently trying to make the decision about whether you should get a family dog or not, I'm going to give you some things to think about, some things to consider, and share with you some pros and cons, and then hopefully you'll be able to come to a decision about whether a family dog is going to be right for you. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Just hit the red subscribe button, and if you find this particular video useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So if you are thinking about a dog, you don't just want to go online and see what puppies are for sale, the first thing you want to do is really thoroughly research. This is so important. You need to research the particular breeds that are going to be family friendly, child friendly, and also things like a particular dog's temperament. So are they going to molt a lot? Are they going to bark a lot? Are they likely to have future health issues? Now, I have a puggle, which is a cross between a pug and a beagle. And the good thing about a puggle is he is the most child-friendly dog in the world. He takes a lot. He is such a softie. He is actually awesome, but he molts like there is no tomorrow, and I cannot stand it. And I just did not know that this was the case for this particular breed. We just went for him because he was kind of cute looking. But my house is constantly covered in hair. It's on my bed, it's on my sofa, it's on my clothes, it's on my children, it's floating in the air. So when you research, you want to make sure you're getting a dog that doesn't shed a lot of fur, because it will drive you crazy. But if that doesn't really bother you, then again, still make sure that you're looking for which particular breeds are family friendly, child friendly, and that have a really nice, calm temperament. Other things to think about as well with the particular breed is how much care they're going to require. So whether they're going to need regular grooming, whether they're going to need a lot of exercise or only a small amount of exercise. They all require different things. So you're going to need to make sure you do lots of research, write down lots of notes, and find the perfect breed that's going to work for your family and your lifestyle. So of course, the next thing to think about is who's going to walk the dog. The dog is going to need to go out for a walk every single day, sometimes twice. And if you are both in full-time work and the kids are at school, you need to think about who's going to walk the dog. I'm very fortunate that I work from home, and I have worked from home ever since we've had the dog, to be honest. So I'm always at home with my dog, and he gets a daily walk. So if nobody's going to be at home to walk him, you're going to have to think about whether you're going to need a dog walker or not. And of course, this is going to cost you some money every month, and it can sometimes be pretty close to the cost of childcare. So make sure you think about that. Now, I know a lot of people tend to worry about cost. And I have to say, our particular dog doesn't really cost us much money at all monthly. Like I said, we don't have to pay for a dog walker. Now, that would be one of the biggest costs if you did need one. It can be up to £10 an hour for a walk. But the kind of things you're going to have to need to pay for every month are pet insurance. You can shop around for this, get the cheapest price. Do bear in mind it goes up a little bit every year as they get older. So we're currently paying about £20 a month for our pet insurance. You're going to have to pay for the yearly vaccines. I think these cost about £40, but don't quote me on that because it's different for every vet and depending on the area that you live in and how much they charge. And the other thing you need to think about is dog food and how much that's going to cost you. So if you have a really big dog, they're going to eat a lot more than a kind of much smaller dog. So our dog is on a raw diet, which is raw meat and bones, liver, offal. And the reason he's on this is because we find it's much better for their health. It's a controversial topic. Do some research and decide what you think would be best to feed your dog. But our dog just benefits a whole lot more off the raw diet. We tried the dry kibble and he just had runny tummy for a couple of years, and it was not very pleasant. So as soon as we switched to the raw diet, his stomach was instantly fixed. His poo, was nice and hard again, and he hasn't had any health issues since. The kind of thing I always question with the dry dog food is, do you really know what's in it? Where's it come from? And if it's been sat on the shelf for months and months and months, I mean, would you want to eat something that can sit on the shelf for a year or two? I mean, I wouldn't. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. We won't go down that road. The raw diet costs us about 60p a day to feed him, so it doesn't really cost us much at all. So obviously another thing to think about is if you love a yearly holiday, what are you going to do with the dog? We don't really go abroad. It costs too much money, and especially now we have to go in the peak holiday season when it's summer holidays, so we just cannot afford to pay for a £4,500 holiday in Spain. So we are going to have to start holidaying more in the UK, which is great for us because there are so many places you can take a dog, lots of pet friendly accommodation, and there's lots of Facebook groups for this as well. So we aren't really fussed that we can't go abroad as much, but if you do want to go abroad, then you need to think about where you're going to take the dog to stay. Have you got friends or family that can look after the dog, or are you going to have to put the dog into some kind of kennels, and how much is that going to cost? It can be quite pricey depending on where you send them, but you want to send them somewhere decent where you're going to feel comfortable when you're abroad and you're not worrying about your dog the entire time and if he's safe and happy. So these are all things to consider. So what are the pros of having a family dog? Well, if you're a dog lover, you'll just know how much joy they bring to a family. My kids absolutely love Buddy to pieces. They just hug him and kiss him all the time. We got Buddy first before we went on to have children, so he was our first little fur baby, so he's already been here before the children came along. So it's just been so lovely to watch the children grow with him and love him. And it gets us out for walks, it gets us out for exercise. Jack, take Buddy out for a walkie?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's go. Amazing.
Should we go walkies? Go walkies? Should we go walkies? You got Buddy?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a walk?
Ready for the walk, Buddy? Are you ready for a walk?
Sometimes when you're at home, things can get just too much sometimes, and there's mess everywhere and kids crying and demanding, and sometimes it's just good for your mental health to get out of the house and just enjoy some fresh air and a blue sky. It can just instantly change your mood. So the dog definitely gets me out of the house, because if I didn't have him to walk, I don't know if I'd even bother to get up and go out.
There you go.
Do you love having a doggy? Do you love Buddy?
Yeah.
Why do you love him so much?
Because he makes me laugh.
He makes you laugh. Ah. And also on an evening, if I'm feeling a bit low after my day or a bit tense, just have this cuddle with my dog. It just makes you feel so much better. Like dog therapy, I love it. There are a few cons to think about, of course. So how you're going to care for the dog and the cost of it. Who's going to be at home with it? Who's going to walk it? How much is it going to cost to feed and insure it every year? Make sure you look for a dog that doesn't molt. Honestly, I mean, if you don't mind dog hair, then that's fair enough. But it drives me mad just having it absolutely everywhere, and I have to hoover about twice a day just to keep the hair off the carpet. Also, if you have small children, then you're going to need to make sure you keep an eye on them at all times. There can be ear pulling, tail pulling. My dog is very tolerant. He takes a lot, but of course I'm there to make sure that nothing bad happens and to teach my child, no, you mustn't pull the tail. No, you mustn't pull his ears. Don't do that, please. And teaching them about kind hands and being gentle. There is so much joy and so many adventures to be had with a dog. They do literally become a part of your family, but it is a massive commitment. So make sure that your lifestyle is the right kind of lifestyle that a dog will fit into easily. So long as that dog is getting fed, walked, and lots of love, you're not going to have any problems and you're going to make amazing memories. If you have any other questions about dog ownership, please make sure you put them in the comments below, or if you have any other pros and cons about owning a dog, please do share them. Just a quick video, but I hope it was useful. I'd love to see you on my next video, so make sure you click subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.